This is Classic FM.
Well, I'm joined here at Classic FM by the Norwegian pianist Leif Ove Andsnes to talk with him about his Beethoven journey. And Leif Ove, I was slightly surprised to learn that you've never recorded Beethoven before. Is this true?
It's true, and it's not because I've avoided playing him, but you know, I'm not the first in history to approach this music, and I thought I needed to have the feeling that I had really had something personal to say, that I've experienced many aspects of Beethoven before I embarked on a recording, and now I'm really doing it.
So what's happened to make you think now is the moment?
I don't know. Well, you know Beethoven's Universe, and there's so many sides to it. When I was young and studied, I played Beethoven, and I thought the energy, the sort of irrational elements with all the surprises in Beethoven was so great, and the feeling of storytelling, the struggle through to victory, all that was so uplifting. Then later on, also seeing new aspects with almost this naive belief in the music as being truth.
Actually, you've hit on something that I've always maintained with Beethoven, because people often say to me, you know, what is it about Beethoven? What makes Beethoven different? And you said it just then, he always takes you by surprise. However well you seem to know him, you're not quite sure what's around the corner.
And the amazing thing is that the combination of that and the very organic element of his compositions, because you know he takes a motive and he creates a whole building, a large construction out of it. But at the same time, that you never know what happens around the next corner. And that's just unique, that combination with him. And all these elements together, I think I just needed time to really try to understand it and try to give feeling to all of that. It's such an emotional diversity in this music.
Tell me about what happened to you in a lift in Sao Paulo a few years ago.
Well, I was staying there for a week, and in the lift they played in a loop Beethoven's first and second piano concerto.
In a hotel lift?
In a hotel lift, yeah. It's quite unusual.
Not exactly
and
music.
They didn't change it. You know, it's good. And I thought it would make me crazy to have to listen to this, but the opposite happened. That I thought it was so refreshing to hear 34 seconds, you know, of just a fragment of this piece, and think, oh, that's a brilliant idea. How original isn't that? And how surprising, how joyful. How everything, I mean, it was so, and it triggered something in me. I thought, you know, now is the time.
I can understand that. It's almost forcing you to listen.
Yes, and it's, you know, we always hear these pieces. It's not like I don't know these concertos, but it had been a while since I'd listened to them, and then just hearing snippets of it was very fascinating.
Now you're taking the concertos, you're recording them all, you're taking them around the world. What is it about Beethoven's music, if it's possible to answer it in a nutshell, that gives it this universality, that wherever you go in the world, people know Beethoven?
There are different things. There's the sheer sound of it, you know. I don't think there's any composer who knew so well what an impact, an octave, a fifth, a third, and how to put these things together makes to, first of all, in the orchestra, that symphonic sound which we think of as the Beethoven sound, and also in the piano, you know, how he uses space, how he uses the left hand low down in the bass and the right hand high up. I mean, he was really using the extremes of the piano so much to create space in the score. I found that very uncomfortable when I was a child, I remember, because I thought there's nothing in the middle. You know, why is he working so?
And yet he's working not with a modern concert grand even, and yet he's using every...
Yes,
yeah.
He was using the extremes of the pianos, and of course to the end of his life the pianos changed and it expanded, and he was again using the extremes. And so there's the sound, then there's the rhythm, the energy. I mean, there is such a... It's so uplifting. It just takes you by the neck and says, listen to me, I have something important to say. Yes. There's a message there. There's always a goal to his music. It often goes to struggle, human struggle, and which we all can recognize, and to a answer, solution, something, conclusion. So there is a storytelling aspect, there's a dramatic aspect to his music, which I think grabs everybody.
Yes. Yes. Well, Leif Ove, I wish you the very best of luck with the tour and the recordings. I can't wait for the complete set. When are you going to tackle the sonatas?
Well,
please do.
They are not part of my recording project for these 3 or 4 years, but they are certainly part of my concert activities as well. So I'm going to play 8 or 10 of them during these years, and also chamber music. So there will be a lot of Beethoven on my mind.
I want the Leif Ove Andsnes set of Beethoven piano sonatas. Follow the concertos.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Leif. It was a great pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Thanks, likewise.